Hello and welcome to the webinar. It's Daryl again with Wellspring Business Solutions. This is our second webinar in a series of 5 sessions that share digital best marketing practices for business owners. Today we dig into the basics, covering the foundational online needs of all businesses with strategies for attracting and converting new customers. Let's get started. As a reminder, our webinar series is on demand, so feel free to jump ahead to just the sessions you feel will be most beneficial to your business. Our promise for all of these sessions is you'll find at least one actionable tip or idea you can implement today in your business. And just for signing up, you'll get a free web audit report that will take a look at some of the technical SEO issues that may be holding you back from being found in search. All right, let's get into our session. All right, the biggest foundational need, the sort of no-brainer, you want to get found when someone is searching for you. Someone is sitting at their keyboard or they're on their phone and they're talking to Siri or Alexa and they're looking for your products and services on the web. Most likely they're on Google. And it just kind of makes sense that your business needs to jump in front of that consumer at the time that they're doing a search. You know, there's a reason Google is a $1 trillion company, because they've created a place where people who have products and services to offer can connect with people who are searching for those products and services. So let's talk about how we can help your business be one of the ones that gets found in search. So there's sort of 3 key pieces to this. Number 1, we want to fully optimize your Google business profile. Now, every business gets a listing on Google, and we want to make sure you fully maximize that listing so it gets found in search. The other thing we want to help you with is your reputation management. Not only monitoring, but responding to reviews and getting more reviews. All of these play into your search visibility. So those 2 things go hand in hand with your Google business profile. And then finally, we want to make sure your website is optimized. It loads quickly, it's mobile friendly, it's optimized for search, and it's built to turn a visitor into a customer, whether they want to purchase something online or simply become an inbound lead. So we're going to dig into each of these 3 key pieces. Now, here are the most important things for local search visibility. This is a study that is done every year by a company called Whitespark. They interview the top SEO professionals around the country, and they ask them, what is the most important thing you can do to help a local business get found in search? Here are this year's results. This is a fresh study, just came out December 21. Number 1, your Google business profile. This has increased over last year to 36%. Right after that, ratings and reviews. They call it review signals, and this equates to the recency, how fresh your reviews are, your average rating, and the number of reviews, the review volume. Those 2 things alone, your Google profile and your ratings and review, are worth more than half of getting your business found in search. Of course, the other pieces are optimizing your website, getting quality backlinks, having other sites more authoritative than yours linking to your site, and making sure that you properly optimize those other map and search directories, because they play a role, those citations. The things we can't control, of course, is things the consumer is doing, their location and their search history. But that's only about 11% of the game. So 89% of getting found in search are things that we can control. And so we're going to take a look at each of these and how we can help your business. All right, to make sure we're all on the same page, we're going to take a quick look at the anatomy of a search result page. Where are all the places that you can get found? Now, of course, at the top of search, we've got our paid ads. And we're going to talk about paid advertising when we get to the target marketing section. That can be the top of the main search as well as in maps. There's also a position in the Google business listing. But here's the thing. The sweet spot is what we're talking about today, getting you found in these free organic listings. So that's the Google business listings that appear in the main search as well as in the maps. That is critical. So we're going to talk about Google Business Listings, and then we're going to talk about getting your website found in the free organic listings. So organic means these aren't paid. So we want to get you found either in your Google Business Profile listings or down here in the free organic. So we're going to talk more about that. But just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page when we talk about the different places you can get your business found on Google. So when we think about that Google listing pack, those 3 businesses showing up on page 1, that's the holy grail. That's what you're shooting for. That is going to increase your exposure. You're going to get viewed more often, and it's going to drive more clicks. So how do you do that? Fully optimizing your listings, completeness of your listing, getting those ratings and reviews. We're going to talk about all of that, but that's your Google Business Profile. The other reason optimizing your Google Business Profile is so important is the fact that on over 50% of searches on Google, there are 0 additional clicks. Now that means a consumer has found the information they're looking for within the Google environment, and they don't have to go any further. Many times the answers to those questions are found in your Google business listing. So getting found in higher end search, having a complete listing, and making sure your Google business listing has all the information, this is where consumers are going to find what they're looking for, whether it's a phone number, hours of operation, taking a look at your menu. There's so much information packed into a Google business listing that oftentimes consumers don't need to go any further. So we're going to take a close look at that. So optimize your Google business profile starts with the essentials, your contact information, your key attributes, and product and service categories. Now you can see the example of this business listed here. They have both residential and commercial electric installation. So they just could have put they were an electrical contractor, but they went to the next step and indicated they do both residential and commercial. So in every business category, there's ways for you to further differentiate yourself. Another example would be restaurants that offer catering. You could just list you a restaurant, but you want to make sure if you do offer catering, you also list that as an attribute and a product or service, because those are the keywords consumers are using when they search. So filling out that information is step 1. The other thing is putting great photos about your business. There's countless studies that show the more photos you have, the higher the likelihood that you're going to connect with that consumer, because they want to know what you're all about. They want to see pictures of your products. They want to see what you do. And finally, make sure to share. Tell them what your business is all about. If you're a veteran-led business, if you're a woman-led business, if you're LGBTQ friendly, share that type of information. That again is going to make folks more likely to do business with you. They've added new attributes since COVID hit. And so make sure that you check those boxes as well, because we all know there's still consumers out there that are very concerned about health and safety in your business, if masks are required or not. And if you're a restaurant, do you offer curbside pickup? If you're in the medical field, do you offer online care? Do you offer online classes if you are an educational institution? All of these are new attributes that have been added, and you want to make sure that you're checking those boxes if it's something that you offer. The other thing, of course, that happens on your Google business listing is inbound orders, inbound reservations, inbound leads. So you want to make sure that information is appropriate and updated. And you can see the different options there, whether it's requesting a quote, booking a table, ordering pickup. All of these things are buttons that you can turn on within your Google business profile to make it easier for customers to do business with you. The other great thing about your Google business profile is you can make it easy for consumers and customers to engage with your business. You can post almost as if you would in social media. You can post updates to your products and services, make it easy for people to order online. Of course, those ratings and reviews are huge. And so monitoring those reviews, thanking people for the reviews, requesting more reviews are just a great way to engage with your customers and let other customers who are reading them see that you're a business owner that cares. Answering the messaging, you can connect your phone to your Google listing, and people can text and send a chat message to you. So it is a great way, if you monitor your phone for chat, it's a great way to quickly answer a question. And again, it's that customer convenience we're looking for. And finally, they offer a Q&A. So you can fill in all those frequently asked questions that normally get asked. You can actually seed those and of course allow customers to ask questions as well. So this is a great way to, again, engage with customers. This is also something that we offer as a service. So if you're too busy to maintain all of this and to optimize your Google presence and your Google business profile, this is something we offer as a service. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Another big reason to optimize your business listings is that is where a lot of the answers that feed those voice search requests that you have, especially on Google. The answers to a lot of those questions are found right in your Google business listing. So when someone is talking to their phone and asking about hours of operation, products and services, that's where Google is finding that information. So you can see here the sources of information for these different voice assistants. So Apple is using Google in search. They're using Apple Maps. That's another directory that we can optimize. Google, of course, is using all the different Google products, and Amazon is aligned with Bing and Yelp as well. So these are directories we can help optimize for you. But as you can see, Google plays a big role in most of voice-assisted search. So at the end of the day, maintaining your Google business listing, of course, you want to see if that's delivering a good return on investment, because it is an investment of your time. So the beauty is there's great reporting that comes with this that we can share with you. It's available 24/7, but you can see web visits, how many phone calls it's generating, and how many door-to-door driving directions that were generated as a result of people searching for your business on Google. All right, so let's talk about the importance of those ratings and reviews. You know, the thing is, a lot of consumers won't do business with someone with less than 4 stars. We've gotten kind of picky. And, you know, we're also consumers are looking at the recency of those reviews. If you've got 100 reviews, but the most recent one was a year ago, they're going to wonder what's up with your business. So having a good volume of reviews, having a high rating, having recent reviews are all key to improving your visibility in search, as well as making consumers choose you when they find your business in the listing results. So what consumers do after reading a review, of course, is important. Many will take that next step and visit your website. Some will look for more reviews to validate what they're finding, and some will jump in their car and come to your business. But the point is consumers, after they read that review, will take the next step. So it's important to ask for local business reviews, and we've talked in previous sessions about creating a great customer experience. And when you do that, and you ask a customer to write a review for you, they will. In fact, 72% that have been asked to write a review went on to do so. So consumers are getting hip to the importance of online reviews. And it used to be, as someone was leaving your business, you'd tell them hey, tell your friends about us. Well, now the kindest thing they can do is tell their friends and anybody else about your business by leaving a positive review. So let's shift gears a little bit here. We've talked about your Google business listing, the importance of reviews. Let's talk about your website, because really, in a lot of ways, it's your hardest working employee. It's open 24/7. It never sleeps. And it needs, here's the checklist, right? It needs to be search optimized. If you haven't done an audit of your site recently, we're happy to do it. That's one of our free offers, to run a web audit, just to understand what the technical issues might be. We're seeing the world of beautiful websites out there, but unfortunately, many of them were built without paying attention to the SEO. So you need to check that out if you haven't done it recently. If you have a beautiful site and you're frustrated it's not getting found in search, that could be the reason. So all sites need to be built for conversion. It's not okay just to have an online brochure up there on the web. You want that site to bring you business, whether it's bringing you leads or whether it's selling online. If you want to add e-commerce, we talked about the importance of that. It needs to be easy to navigate for everyone, including those Americans with disabilities. We'll show you how we can help you there. But it needs to load quickly, and it needs to make your customers happy. It's really the start of that good customer experience when the site loads quickly, and it's also going to help avoid those Google penalties, because Google has upped the ante again when it comes to different things that factor into the algorithms for ranking websites. And those websites that are loading slowly are going to get pushed further down the page. Finally, I always ask, make sure if you have your Google Analytics set up so you know what the heck is happening when somebody lands on your site, especially if you're buying advertising. You want to be able to show that advertising is working, and that those inbound traffic coming from your ads, you know what's happening next. Are they converting? And so if you need help setting up your Google Analytics, we can do that. There's a test we often use called the Google Mobile Friendly Test. Type in those keywords, Google Mobile Friendly Test, and you're going to find the link to it. And there's the URL as well if you want to connect. But it's going to tell you about page speed. It's going to tell you about mobile friendliness. And if you need some help there, we can do it. So I mentioned the new algorithms. Google calls it the Core Web Vitals. And it's all about how quickly your site loads, how quickly a consumer can begin interacting with it, and when that site becomes stable. And we've all been on a site where it's continuing to load and the images are moving around. This is really becoming an important thing, and Google is penalizing sites that haven't taken care of their core web vitals. So I mentioned the ADA sites. There are millions and millions of Americans with the inability to access sites because of disabilities that they have, whether it's they're visually impaired, whether they have issues with seizures and epilepsy. Maybe they have some motor skill impairments. They can't use a mouse, for example. So there are plugins that we add to our sites that make them accessible. And whether that's converting text to speech so someone can have a website read to them, there are just a number of things we can do, and you can see some of the examples in the menu. But the point is, it's good for business as well as just kind of being the right thing to do. So as we talked about this new path to purchase, you also want to make your website convenient for your customers. Now, many of them who still prefer to buy in person will be doing their research online. By the time they walk into your business or connect with you, they will be a lot farther along the purchase cycle because they will have done their research. They will be better educated. So that's a good thing. You're also going to have those consumers who are ready to go ahead and make a purchase online and pick up in store. So offering e-commerce there is a way to, without having to get into the packing and shipping business, you can still offer the convenience of online payment. And then yes, there will be those who prefer to do everything online. I think that number is something like 20% now prefer to do all their shopping online. So if you have the ability in your business to offer that, it could be a significant new source of revenue for you. I guess the point is, e-commerce isn't going away. More and more folks are purchasing online. We hit record heights in 2021. That number is almost going to double by 2024. So if you want to create that new revenue stream, you need to be thinking a little bit more about e-commerce and if it's right for your business. Another way of providing customer convenience is offering chat services on your website. Now, some people will do this with an artificial bot, an AI bot that is somewhat limited by the programming. We also offer a live chat operator. We have a partner that provides 24/7 live chat. The benefits there, of course, are having a real live person to answer questions anytime, day or night. This is a bilingual chat program as well, so maybe some of your customers are not English speaking. So there's a number of benefits. You can see the stats here. But as consumers engage and begin texting with your live chat operator, they're something like 300 times more likely to become a customer. So it's also great to be able to answer those questions when it's 11 o'clock at night and your business is closed and the live chat operator is awake and doing work for you. So it's pretty easy to create an e-commerce enabled site, whether you just want to sell a few key products or services, offer gift cards. If you're in the restaurant biz, you want people to order takeout and delivery right from your site. All that can be done, and then it's relatively easy to maintain yourself. If you can point and click and cut and paste, you can take control of your e-commerce website. So we realize there are a lot of moving parts, and for some business owners, they need a little help. So we have a number of web design and search optimization packages. Let us do the work. You run your business, we'll take care of your website. So that can include a new site design. We can also tune up your existing site. You might have a beautiful site that's just not getting found in search. We can fix that. That's what that SEO audit is going to tell you. We can make sure your Google business listing is fully optimized. We can turn on our live chat operators to generate more leads. We can help you with videos to tell your story. We can write blog articles for you. And yes, we can help you monitor that reputation, respond to reviews, and get more reviews. So when you think about the foundational needs of what a business needs to take care of these days, we can handle all of that for you. Many of these things you can do your own if you have the time and the skill, of course. And hopefully today we shared some ideas that you can see some of the things you can do this afternoon. Log into your Google business listing and optimize it, for example. But if you need some help, we've got programs, and we're happy to quote this out for you based on what your needs are. So here's a little more info about our reputation management piece. Again, we're monitoring 24/7 over 50 major sites. We're alerting you to new reviews. We have a review generation tools, text, email, and widgets that you can put on your site to generate reviews. We also offer review response services. We have a dashboard. If you want to log in, respond to all your reviews from one location, we make it easy. Or we can assign a response manager, someone who will answer those reviews for you. If it needs escalation, if it's a particularly nasty review, we can, of course, get you involved. All of this comes with reporting. So hopefully we've seen the importance of reviews, and we're standing by to help you generate more reviews if you need help in that area. Here are some of the top sites. You can see all the major sites, certainly including Google and Facebook and Yelp, but also different industries, whether it's home services or travel or restaurants or automotive, real estate. So there's a lot of sites that we're monitoring that we can help you know that there's a new review and then obviously respond to it. I mentioned our live chat service. This is something we actually call triple chat, in that it's setting up chat for your website, also connecting our live chat operators to your Google business listing and Facebook Messenger. So no matter where a customer begins a conversation, our chat operators can engage. And so the cool thing is again, this is all set to match the look and feel of your website. These folks can book calendar appointments. If someone is on their mobile, they can connect a call to your phone. As I mentioned, the bilingual agents. There's a whole CRM that manages and tracks the leads. And it's a pay-per-lead program. So you only pay when you get a bona fide lead. So it's a pretty popular program that can help turn website visitors into new customers. So it can be a whole new source of leads, as you can see. Most people get their leads from people filling out a form on the website. They're getting phone calls. Live chat can be a whole new source. Every live prospect we interact with, you're going to get a transcript of that interaction, and the whole goal is to capture that phone number, the email address, and provide again a recap of what was discussed during the chat. So as we start to wrap up here, I thought we'd show you a few of the websites we've built just to give you a sense of the talented team we have. If you do need a website, don't hesitate to ask. Here's a commercial construction company. Here's a little healthcare, another nice looking site. Here's a business district, a merchants association we built a site for. Here's another healthcare site. If you need to get your feet fixed, this guy can do it. Here we got a franchise pizza group and a kitchen and bath remodeling company and a real estate development. So top 5 takeaways, and that'll be it for our series for today. Number 1, get your Google business profile under control. Get those reviews. Monitor, respond, request reviews. Make sure your site is optimized for search. We're happy to provide that SEO audit. Make sure your site is optimized for conversion. What do you want to have happen when somebody lands on your site? You want to turn them into a lead, and our live chat service can help with that. And finally, e-commerce. If you're ready to sell, we can help you set that up. Thanks again for tuning into the webinar. For more information, please reach out to Nikki. You can see her contact information on the screen, or simply visit us online at wellspringbusinesssolutions.com. Thanks again for listening. We'll talk to you soon.